Everyone, welcome to Bangkok. Welcome to our live Q&A, our Saturday live. We are on a much better connection. We just did a take two. We were on the wrong Wi-Fi, guys, so apologies for that. So welcome. Let us know this time if you can hear us loud and clear, and if we have a good connection. And if we start buffering again, then we will just figure it out. So welcome, though. We are here in Bangkok. The girls are healthy and having a great time so far with these crazy things we're seeing all over the news with the coronavirus and everything. It is a little alarming and a little concerning for a lot of people who are traveling, who are booking flights, who are canceling flights. And so we've been also following very closely what's happening so closely, and our girls actually did something really mean yesterday to two people. What did you guys do?
So here in
Let
Bangkok,
Angelique say it, because
okay.
she started this whole thing.
Yes.
She's the one who, tell them what you did, first of all.
So we were in Chinatown here in Bangkok, and we were there late at night, so there was a lot of stores closed and they all had their shutters down. So we pranked a couple friends and told them we were in China, that everything was closed down and everything.
They took pictures. She was sending them pictures of the signs, and she was saying, you know, and by the way, hi from Alabama. I saw your hello. Please let us know where you're watching from as we go through. But it was so mean because she was like, oh yeah, the flights were so cheap, and you wouldn't believe it, and the you know, it was really mean. So someone's asking, Bob's asking, how is the heat in Thailand?
From
Phoenix. How is the heat, girls?
Yeah, it's hot.
It's very hot. It's very humid.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. We don't want to complain because in a lot of parts of the world right now it is below zero. So we are happy to be in the heat. Hey, from Monterrey, Mexico.
Hola.
Welcome. Join us. Hola, hola. We can't speak Spanish, but that's okay. We can a little bit. Hey, from BC. We'll let you guys let us know where you're watching from, and then we will fill you in on what we've been doing, because on our last live, we were in the country of Sri Lanka, and we were planning to go next to India.
Yes.
Yay!
But it turns out that you had to write down, we were going to try to write down the visas in like one day. But it turns out, we didn't know, that you have to write the countries you've been to in the last 10 years, every single country. And that was going to be really hard because we've been to so many, right?
And we got a little stuck with the visa application, let's just put it that way, and we wanted to go the next day, and we were like, if we get denied because we didn't enter the countries correctly or in the right order with the dates or anything like that. So we were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So we decided to do a full switch around. So hey, I just want to say hi to you guys too. I see you from Australia, and I saw a couple there coming through, so thanks for joining and letting us know where you're watching from. That's so cool. And yes, we are all very much safe. We'll fill you in a little bit about what we're seeing around us, because it's quite different and crazy at the same time. But yeah, so we did a loop-de-loop. We were like, well, where can we go? And if this whole coronavirus goes haywire, where would it be a good spot to maybe like get stuck? So we looked up Thailand, and it was going to be like the same amount to go from India versus Thailand. So we're like, well, let's just switch around. We don't need visas. Let's just go to Thailand. Somebody asked us previously, like, had we been to Asia before? And
Yes.
Southeast Asia, we actually did when the girls were, how old?
I was 11.
6.
Yeah, and you would have been
9.
9. So we were here, we did all the Southeast Asian countries. So we were in Indonesia and Malaysia and
Singapore,
And
Thailand.
it's kind of like when we're coming back here, it was like 5 years ago, so we kind of remember the streets, but not so
Kerala,
much.
India.
Cool. Hey. Switzerland would be a good place to go sooner than later. Yeah. You know, honestly, okay, let's just say what happened like now, the challenges of traveling and what's happening. So,
New language. It's an app called Duolingo.
yes, Duolingo. So people will just answer some of the questions here as they're coming through.
The recent coronavirus affect international tourism.
Yes, the tourism down, like here in Thailand, for example, they have 300 buses that are just parked near Phuket that are not operating, that would normally be people from China, right? Tourists from China. So everyone is being affected, as you guys are already following in the news.
Lots of people are just waiting around. There's people here at the hotel who they're working in China and everything, but they're stuck here and they can't go back home or
We've
go back
met
and work.
so many people. We're staying at the Conrad Bangkok, right in downtown Bangkok. It's absolutely gorgeous. And everywhere we go, these people are just kind of in limbo. They're Chinese tourists that are here. They can't go home. A lot of people that are working from different countries. We've met people from the United States, people from the UK, and they are just in limbo, just waiting here in Bangkok, not knowing what to do. And they can't work. They can't go home. Like, home for them is China, and they're kind of stuck. So now they're...
We'll see lots of them at breakfast just like watching movies because like
They're like sitting at breakfast just watching a movie once they're finished because they've got nothing
They have
else
nothing to do. They're just kind of letting the time go by. I mean, thankfully, we are in a beautiful hotel. They
And
have
a nice big pool.
a huge rooftop pool. I'll show you after. It's
Tennis court.
absolutely gorgeous. So there's things for people to do, but you know, when you're in limbo like that, it's awful for everyone. We can continue on. I mean, we work from home, so we can continue functioning, which is fantastic, but I feel really bad for everyone around the world.
Have we been to Finland?
Yes.
Yes, we were in Finland back maybe 4 years ago, I want to say. We did a whole road trip by car, and we drove all the way to the north and then came all the way down. But let me tell you some of the challenges we're having, because I am faced with a challenge right now and we don't know what to do. Last night I was up till 2:30 in the morning on an airline company's help desk, and I'm just reading what you're saying there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
All
not
these
shit.
ships, like the ship in Japan, we're following that very closely. We actually are communicating with someone on Facebook that is on the ship
On
right
the
now.
ship.
And they're telling us firsthand what they're doing and stuff. So, I mean, it's horrible, right? You are asking, Bob's asking.
Cambodia will be next-ish.
Yeah, Laos actually has their borders closed. The border is closed for
Nobody
Laos.
can get in or out.
Because we were thinking to go towards Chiang Mai and take a drive over to Laos. We were there already in Laos before, but to make it physically count, we have to like do a few things.
In Myanmar.
And Myanmar, and but the border is closed, so we will not be able to go there.
Yeah.
Cambodia is still open. But this is my challenge. So we went to book our airline tickets. We booked them. The charge went through on my credit card, and the company's website didn't, like, there was like a disconnect. So right now we can't book our flights, and I've booked them twice and I've paid for them twice, and it's still not working. And so we are not sure. Sometimes when you get stopped in life and things aren't working, you kind of have to double take and say, like, should we even be going, or why can't we go? Like, why are we being stopped, right? And it's just like a door closing after another. And so right now we're debating, do we just get a shuttle to go? We're going to Chiang Mai is where we're going to go, to the north. It's about a 10-hour drive, maybe 700 kilometers.
Pretty
So
far.
to fly is only 1 hour. It's the cheapest way, but we can't book our flights. So we might go to the airport and to the ticket counter there and see if they can help us. But I don't want to try again on their website because it's just not working. And of course, the bank back home says, well, you have to wait and dispute the charge and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, these are the travel things that we don't always show in the videos. We always show like these fun, cool videos, but we don't show the parts where we're stuck at a border, where we're stuck, you know, in different places. But it's crazy.
Somebody
So-
asked if we have face masks.
We don't have face masks, you guys, and I don't want you to be alarmed or concerned, but I feel like if we're gonna get a virus, it doesn't matter. Like, people are putting on these face masks, then
Touching the middle.
they're touching the handrails, whatever, and then they're taking off their face masks. So I feel like it's just gonna go through anyway. I don't know. Not a bunch of bad ladies to be stuck with. Yeah, they're pretty cool, aren't they? So, yeah, so you guys, tell us what we should do. Should we go to Chiang Mai? Should we just do a loop-de-loop? We could
Hey,
stay
maybe we
here
could go down to
longer,
the
maybe.
south,
We
go to
could-
Phuket.
We could go to Phuket. I mean,
Go straight to Cambodia.
maybe it's not a good idea to go to Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai is up north, where closer to China, I guess, right? So
Yeah, it's not risky. I mean, so the people that are here, I mean, obviously it's spreading everywhere, and there's big concerns and valid concerns, but we just don't know what
take
to
it
do.
as a sign.
I'd say take it.
Yeah, like we tend to go with the flow.
Yep.
We often do that. We go with the flow. If a door opens up, we go this way.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of working from home and homeschooling the kids, is that we can pivot like that. So it's fantastic. But at the same time, you know, we We were looking forward to going there. We already have, we've been doing a lot of partnerships with the hotels. We have a partnership lined up. So it would make sense to go, but if we have doors being shut, maybe we should not. So there you go.
We'll see.
We'll see. So what is there to see in Bangkok? Let's tell them, guys. What did we see?
Temples.
Lots of temples.
Lots and lots of
Shopping
temples.
malls.
Shopping
They've
malls.
got something called MBK, and it's basically like a market, kind of, but inside. And there's 2,000 shops and 8 floors. It's crazy. It's huge in there. There's tons of food and they're each like little shops, which is nice. And you can get it all for good pricing.
And then we went to a shopping mall called the Icon-Seum. It had an indoor floating market.
Yeah.
It was so stylish. Like the food court is like nowhere else. It's like you're in some sort of, it's like a different world basically. It's like not anywhere
It's
else.
like being at a Disney theme park, almost like everything's themed and there's like trees hanging and it's just really, really nice.
Should we show them?
We can, yeah. I'm just reading your comments. Lots of traffic. Yeah, maybe more quiet now. The border went.
The traffic.
Well,
Oh, she like someone's yelling. Don't miss National Park. Oh, cool. Yeah, we. I'm not sure about that Kurbani National Park. I think that's the one we went through or drove by. If that's the one here in
2
Bangkok.
a.m.
It's
2 in the afternoon.
We're 12-hour time zone difference from Eastern Standard Time.
12 hours.
And what else? I was just thinking. I'm gonna show you guys where we're staying, but I was just thinking what else I wrote down to tell
About
you guys
the traffic. I mean, there's always traffic in big cities, but like even the temples and palaces, they're definitely less quiet. Like some people say when they're in there, they can't even walk around. We have like, there's not many people. Like you can totally walk around and stuff.
Yeah, it's
'Cause of
definitely
tourists.
less busy.
Yeah.
Definitely less busy. And we've seen so many cool like outdoor markets. Last night we were in the Chinatown area. We visited a flower market.
Yes.
It was really cool. So just amazing stuff.
It's kind of nice as well when you're like traveling and there's not so many people, you know, in certain areas.
Yeah, that's what happened to us a year ago when we were in Nicaragua.
It was amazing.
There was a crisis there and there was just no tourists, so it was fantastic for us to go see. So how is the temperature and humidity?
It's nice. I
It's
mean,
not that humid, I would say.
oh no. It's
Okay, for us, we're used to it,
because
right?
we just came from Sri Lanka and stuff. And
How do we handle jet lag? Okay, guys, it is a struggle, especially I work mostly Eastern Standard Time Zone, so I'm up in the middle of the night late, and then we kind of wake up late a little bit, so we kind of don't follow the normal system, and we're always a little bit off on our schedules. Like we don't really have real schedules or anything like that, so it's a bit of a challenge. Like we're not trying to get up at 6 in the morning or you know what I mean, like we would do in other parts of the world. But we often adapt to where we are.
Yes.
Just depends, right?
We have a funny jet lag story. I forget where we went. We all went to this hotel. And then out of nowhere, we all woke up at the same time, so we just ended up watching a movie until we fell back asleep.
what?
Where was that?
That was in Americas.
That's because you wake up early and then like breakfast is only like, for example, I think we were up at like 4 a.m. or something, and then breakfast is only like at, you know, so you just wait around.
Yeah. You guys want me to show you the rooftop pool?
Yes.
Let me show you. This is where we should be. But
Enjoying?
this is what we should be enjoying right
But
now.
we're waiting.
But we're waiting in limbo for
Because
this airline.
Everything's packed. basically ready.
court.
Show us, like, 'cause this is what we see outside. This is the
There's
beautiful.
pool, and there is a tennis court.
And if you watch our Insta stories, been doing Insta
See how
stories.
gorgeous the pool is? So we're already up quite a few levels. If you look down below, it's quite
And then
high,
there's a cold pool right down there.
but it's really neat. So yeah, it is really hot, but you can quickly cool off in their
exactly.
pool.
And,
And
it is a bit heated, if you can imagine.
the pool is heated. And how were you guys playing tennis the other day?
Like
Professionals.
trying to be professionals, I guess.
we were
Doing it.
we were trying to look all professional, and we got a really cool shot, which you will see when we make our Bangkok video. We did one of these shots that looks like a drone running around the girls, and they're like looking all professional.
If you watch our
And it's
Insta
all
stories,
staged.
you would see it.
But it's all not real. It looks good though. So anyway, we wanted to bring you up to date, up to speed. We have the coolest video that we apologize is taking so long to get out, but it is coming out
Maldives.
from the Maldives. You are going to meet a new character in our series. His name is Pepe, and we're going to introduce him in the next series because he was with us on this trip. And we were the 6 of us, so Tyler and I and the girls and Pepe, and it was such a cool video. So we were working hard on that one. And then we have a whole bunch more that we are working on. So it's been good that we've had a little bit of downtime because we've been able to get a lot of stuff caught up there. And yes, someone's saying, I know Pepe. You know Pepe. Wow, that's so cool.
Well, maybe from...
Oh, from the previous stuff. Yeah, maybe. Okay, somebody's asking, what are your favorite countries? We get this asked so many times.
Nice people.
Sorry?
Like for the people or
For
was
the
it
people,
for general?
I missed the comment. So we can tell you what our favorite countries are for the people, cost of living, food, and overall...
Education? I don't know.
How about overall easiness of the country? Okay, so for the people, it is...
For the people?
Yeah, the best country for the people. For the people. Okay, I'm going to say Spain. Because everywhere you go in Spain, if there's like an issue or a problem, they're like, no pasa nada, tranquilo, blah, blah, blah.
Spain's nice.
And they're like so easy, relaxed. And then they're so like animated and like fiery and like just
I like Spain.
I love it. I love the people from Spain. In most Latino countries, I find the Italians a little bit too high-strung and stressed, to be honest. They're like, oh, it's just so stressful for me. Same with Argentina for some reason, because maybe they have a little bit of the Italian blood in them. I don't know. But most Latino countries like Spain and stuff.
Spanish and Mexican.
For the people.
Like
okay, what about you for the people? Same or is it different?
For me, it's
That's
the same
hard.
as my mom.
I don't know.
Okay, let's say for the cost of living.
For
The cost of like going out to be able to enjoy yourself and like fully enjoy it.
Bangkok is amazing.
Thailand's amazing.
Sri Lanka is pretty good.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, Mexico, I love
Mexico's
it.
really
Like
good.
you can do
Spain.
things. You don't feel like strapped all the time because
Spain.
although let me just get one thing clear to you guys. Although it looks like we are like these like multimillionaires traveling the world, we might be living a life like a multimillionaire, but we've kind of figured a way to zig and zag to be able to do partnerships with places that are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. But the reality is we're just like every other family. We work, we make a somewhat of an income to sustain ourselves, and we are busting our butts off behind the scenes, like just to share this with you guys and make a living. So just to put that clear. So when we go to countries and we go to order a drink and they're like, yeah, this will be $9 whatever US dollars, we're kind of like, what? You know, just like you would too, right? So definitely places that have good cost of living are really in our top favorites because then it allows us to be able to do things like enjoy a nice meal out or do things like that. So Thailand, Mexico, Nicaragua, Central America in general was really good, things like that. So definitely not Norway. What is the correct spelling? You probably went the last time you visited. The correct spelling? What's the
Angkor
question?
Wat. It's a
Angkor Wat.
place.
Yeah, what was the question though? What's the
Have we
correct
been there?
spelling? Ah, we have not been there, no. How about now the best country for, and I will answer your question, I see it, how long will we be in Thailand? What kind of temples does
Like,
Thailand like? Are they religious?
Buddhist?
Yes. So the temples here, yeah.
Buddhist.
Explain what it's like, girls.
Buddhist. So
They have...
one of the funny things that I find funny because they go in the temples and you have to take your shoes off, right? And they're there kissing the floor, but what's gross about that is everyone's been stepping there and it stinks like feet inside. So I find that really funny.
It's crazy. Yeah, the girls get grossed out.
So like we
sometimes.
went to the palace the other day and it was massive. There's so many temples to see, and then so their religion is Buddhas. They're basically like their main god. Like
We went
monks
to
and
a
stuff.
temple, I'm just backing this up a bit, in Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
and it was absolutely crazy. It
That
was
one
like,
was Hindu.
it was a Hindu temple, and it was busy, and they were
There was
ringing
bats
bells,
and
and there was,
bing, bing, bing.
and it was loud, and there was smells, and
And they were dragging a girl across the floor, like,
it was really weird, you guys. We have never seen anything like it. And we were like, what is this? So it was crazy. It was a good experience because we don't know much about the religions. Like we know the Christianity and like, you know, all of that, but we don't know much about these other religions.
Yeah.
So this has been an eye-opener for us to see how they're doing and everything like that. And very interesting.
Someone said how long we could be in Thailand. I mean, if we go up to Phuket, we'll be there.
Down to
Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai.
We'll be there for a couple days. Same thing if we went down. I don't know.
Like a
And
week.
then
another week.
And
at
the
least.
next stop is Cambodia.
There you go.
And then soon we'll be going to New Zealand, Australia, probably.
Yeah, I heard there's really good cruise prices now. I'm just joking. We're looking up the cruises. We're like,
We
look
saw
at
a
this.
nice
They're
30-day
empty.
cruise, and then we were just like, maybe we shouldn't take a
Well,
I
we
don't
got
think
stuck
Maybe not.
I don't think it's a good idea. Yes. Someone asked, what is it like being able to communicate? Do most people speak English? And the answer is
Everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
Except
Well-
we have a funny story actually. When we were in Dubai, we went up to this lady's restaurant and we're like, can we pay with card? Because we couldn't find a bank machine. And the lady goes, yeah. And then she goes, chicken. And then we go, can we pay with card? She goes, chicken. And then we ask again and she goes, chicken.
so that was in
And she ran
that was in-
away.
that was in Dubai, but here in Thailand, it
Yeah.
seems like most people
Some
speak
people
English.
don't,
You know,
but I mean, it's
Yeah.
you get by.
you get by everyone.
It's really not a hard time, and you know, in the markets and stuff,
And
you can
something
figure it
they
out.
have here is like they've got Starbucks and they've got 7-Eleven. They've got a lot of the franchises.
We have every store possible. Well, I mean, in the city center, right? We have
Oh, and if
everything.
you go to the grocery stores, you can get food worldwide. Like we even can get our Swiss cookies
Yes.
here. It's hilarious.
And
Swiss
I've-
chocolate.
The other day we were in the grocery store and I found cereal that I've never seen in years. Like only once in my life.
Well, they have like
Because you don't
20
find it.
flavors of Kit Kat chocolate.
Like they've got Nutella, they've got Oreo, they've got spicy, they've got chili, they've got strawberry.
So somebody just asked if we want to go to space. Angelique wants to go to space.
She wants to
to go. She studies a lot about it, and she would love to go. No, that's not on my list. Our goal is to go to every country in the world.
What
and
was the
so,
cereal?
What is the cereal?
Reese's
Someone's asking.
Puff, I think. it's
Reese's
called.
Puffs. They're like these little Reese's Pieces Puffs.
And for me, it was these. They've got raisins in them. What is it called?
Raisin Bran?
I don't find that.
Clearly,
That-
our kids
that-
have not been to America in a long
That
time.
one's still in the stores, Clay.
Okay,
Where do
someone's
you feel like
asking
home?
where does home feel like? So where does it feel like?
Switzerland.
Switzerland or Canada?
I think
Canada?
I would say
My cousins
Switzerland
are there.
because there's where we have all our stuff, my bed. Just it's nice, you know. It's
Florida-
homey. That's where I feel like home because if you don't have like a home, let's say in Canada, then it's not very homey. It's more so to go and see family.
I mean, Switzerland's our main home, so that's where we feel most at home. But then it always depends. Like, if we go back to Florida, then it's like our second home. Like, we still have our memories. Same thing as Spain or anywhere. Even here, arriving here, we're like, wow, this feels a bit like going back to America, kind of.
I think because the girls have been here a long time ago,
Yeah.
sometimes when things are familiar, it's not brand new. Like when we land in an airport to a country you've never been to, you don't know what to expect and anything. But when you've been somewhere, all of a sudden it feels homey. And I know that sounds really weird because we haven't lived here or anything like that, but it's just the familiarity and knowing
Oh, yeah.
how
I know
the
that.
trains work and how the whatever taxis work. It's just like a sense of homey feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
Or familiarity is the word. But we often toil with the thought, like, where should we live? Where should we make our home? You know, where can we make our home? Because obviously Switzerland is one of these expensive countries. So we have this love-hate relationship with the country. We love it because it's so beautiful and it's really a really, really good country to be in. But the cost of living there is just horrible. So, you know, we're really wondering that. You guys can comment down below and let us know where we should move to. I think we
Somebody
should move to
said-
Mexico.
Somebody said, what do you miss the most when you travel? I would say kitchens, because you can bake in them.
And you
And
get all your necessities.
A lot of times, we go to places, they say fully equipped,
fully equipped.
and they have nothing.
They
Sometimes
don't
they
even
have like
have
2
an oven
forks.
at once.
So the girls were baking. We went and bought all this baking supplies when we were in Sri Lanka because we booked an Airbnb with a full kitchen. And we got there and it had everything we needed except for every time we turned on the oven, it blew the fuse. And so what did the girls do?
We went to the neighbor's house to bake our cookies.
And they didn't speak very much English. So the girls baked cookies in some stranger's house in Sri Lanka without me. I didn't even go. It was so crazy. Cost of living and population. Yeah.
Growing
So
too fast.
you know what I mean? Like in California, it's the same thing. We met people in Nicaragua who had left California for that same reason. They're like, we can have such a better living experience with such a less amount of money than they can in like California or Hawaii. Like we met different families that had done that move. So sometimes we wonder, you know, what should we do?
Someone just said, are we gonna try doing the globe by boat? Like,
By boat. That would be good for the South Pacific.
we would love to.
So someone's saying, what's our scariest travel experiences? I don't know if I'd say scary or challenging. Like there's just a lot of challenging experiences, and we maybe don't put all those on video. Like something so simple, okay? We're traveling with kids that are like young, like Chloe's only 11. So an 11-year-old gets maybe more tired than us. Like as adults, we can maybe go a little bit longer. Plus, you know, I can drink coffee and Tyler can have a energy drink. He doesn't drink coffee, but you know, whatever. And the kids, they're like, and then you've got the heat factor, and then just the sometimes pollution and noise pollution when we're out on the streets. It's just so busy, and it tires you out in a different way. The girls will get sometimes exhausted, and then like Chloe last night, she just like out in the taxi, she just like totally fell asleep, and her head just was popping all over. And I was just like, we all thought she was faking because we're like, how did she just fall asleep like that? But she was so tired. And you know, you guys see it on the live. Sometimes they're yawning, and it's just like, you know, traveling does a different thing to you of getting tired than having your normal routine, your normal set hours, your normal bed,
your normal school
The other thing is like the girls share a room oftentimes, or we'll even share like a hotel room all together. So then you've got the fact that we might be up late working or whatever, and the girls are trying to
Like
sleep.
last night, I was up talking to my friend.
I couldn't sleep.
Angelique has a famous yawn. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So like there's different challenges that come with travel with kids. Like if it was just like one single traveler, it's so easy. You just go, and then there's no decision making. Oftentimes when we're out, all of a sudden someone has to go to the bathroom, or someone's
picky,
or someone's picky about eating, or someone, you know, thinks they should wash their hands because it's been dirty, or you know, and you don't have access to a bathroom. So little things like that are more of the challenges. But scary moments, I feel like there's this like protection when we're with the kids and whatever, that we don't really get too much. Like we might get like ripped off, we might get taken advantage of, but we don't really get in scary
Can
situations.
I answer that?
Other than one, but actually,
Someone
what's the
just
question?
said, what are the worst bathrooms that you've
We
been
wanted
around
to
the
make a
world? Can I
video
tell
about
you?
this. We wanted to make a video
Okay,
about
so
this.
one of the worst for me is France. Not to be rude, but we went to a restaurant task because the public bathroom was so gross. There was like poop on the wall, there was underwear on the floor. It was disgusting. So we went to the restaurant. They said, no, only public bathrooms. So then we couldn't go to the bathroom because no one wanted to use the public bathroom.
That, I think Bolivia was a challenge, and
Because there are holes in
Malawi,
the ground.
you know, holes in the ground, and then especially if you're a little bit sick, it makes it worse, and you have a big travel day. Ooh, we have some crazy bathroom stories. We should make a video
And
on
then
it.
some of the best, Germany has phenomenal bathrooms. They're always like perfectly clean.
And Thailand, tell them about the toilets here.
Here in Bangkok, their bathrooms are phenomenal.
They're strange, though.
They play music. They have heaters. They
Have all the buttons.
They have like dryers on it, like washers. Like their toilets are like robots. Futuristic robotic toilets.
Same probably as Japan and all those places.
And then what else? Okay, scary. I just wanted to add one scary story because you guys asked, and the favorite food in Thailand, and then we'll probably let you guys go, so we're not making too much of a big thing. As much as you think about food, how many miles do you think you walk? We walk so much. Somebody asked like
that's the
how much
thing
we walk.
too. Like we always try to save money. So when, for example, instead of taking taxis, we'll just walk everywhere. So like for example, yesterday we left the one shopping mall to get to everyone. But I don't know why, but we kept getting stuck in Ever shopping malls. Like we would turn around and bang, we're in an Ever shopping mall.
It's because we're taking the side streets. So
we
you
kept,
have like building
walking.
blocks like this, but then you can walk through them.
Yeah, we walk through them. And then
Can I say something too?
Yeah.
Once we walked 20 kilometers without even realizing it, because my dad has this app to track how much you've walked. If you can imagine in Disney World. Because I don't think you
Magic
realize it
Kingdom.
because you walk and then you add another ride, so then you sit for a little while and then you don't even realize.
Someone asked if it's humid season in Thailand. I don't know if Thailand has a dry season, because when you go outside and we're walking, like, you know, if we do 10 kilometers, let's say, we're like dripping wet. So yeah, it's really hot. So yeah, we definitely walk a lot. We walk off all the food that we eat. Yeah, there you go.
oh, guess what we've been having for breakfast here?
Ice cream.
Gelato ice cream.
for breakfast.
Good ice cream.
We've been having dessert after our breakfast. Yes.
And our breakfast hasn't even been breakfast. We've been eating lunch because they have like
We've been eating
cheese,
salad,
cheese,
and bread,
sausage, rösti, if you can imagine. They've got like Swiss food kind of.
It's so
It's
fun.
amazing.
Having a homey food.
Yes. Okay, you guys, we're gonna give you like 2 more seconds to ask one or 2 more questions, and then we will let you go. And let's get this video live for you guys in the Maldives so you can see how cool it is. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Yes, we love ice cream. So from our family to yours, though, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting our work. By the way,
Make sure you subscribe.
I wanted to plug this one last thing in. If you guys are looking to start and run an online business, I launched my course where I explain step by step what we've learned in the last 18 years of working remotely, working online, all the systems that I use and everything. So if you're interested in that, I'm putting the link below. You can go to courses.growingupwithoutborders.com and you can learn from us. Last questions are?
Is there only 4 of you? No, my dad.
My husband, he doesn't like to be on camera, so he's never on camera. So one of these days we will get him on
We
camera.
will have to put him on camera without knowing.
Maybe we should do a candid camera so he doesn't know or something. But yes, there's
Get a
5 of
miniature
us.
camera.
There's 5 of us.
Like here in the markets, you can buy cameras that are in a charger. Creepy. Very
Yes.
creepy.
Okay, so thanks for watching. Give us a big thumbs up, share our videos, and join us hopefully next week. If we have a good connection, we'll connect. And see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.